Hello everyone. So this clip is long overdue and I apologize, but the questions and comments that I received the most are undoubtedly regarding my setup and why I set it up that way, why is it so weird looking, etc. So allow me to explain. I am right-handed. I started playing on a conventional right-handed drum setup. I developed an interest in open-handed playing, which is leading with the non-dominant hand, my left, through a liking of Dennis Chambers and Carter Beauford's playing, basically. And I started doing that in high school. Open-handed playing never really felt too unnatural or uncomfortable to me. And that runs contrary to leading with the left foot, the non-dominant foot, but we'll get into that. So I used to gig with a standard 5-piece kit, 5 cymbals, normal cymbal setup, no dual hi-hats or anything. And I used to play a lot of those DIY style shows, 27 bands on the bill, 5-minute changeovers between sets, curfews at 9, stuff like that. So I could never, I always suffered because I feel like I could never position everything exactly where I wanted it. So at this is about 2004, I think. This group that I was with at the time, we arrived late to the gig, and I was literally taking my drums, I was unsheathing them from the drum bags and putting them on stage. So on a whim, I just opted to play the set with a 3-piece, so bass drum, snare drum, floor tom, and I rather liked it. It was stimulating, it was challenging, I had to reconfigure everything on the spot. I figured maybe I'm onto something. So I didn't want to limit myself just to 3 pieces, though. I wanted to add something to promote more left hand movement. A 12-inch snare would be cool. I could get 2 different sound sources, and it would be a really easy, effortless, quick setup. I could set it up, throw it on stage, get it in a comfortable spot, and that basically evolved into a rack tom. It should also be noted that Chris Penny's performance on the Dillinger Escape Plan's Miss Machine kind of impelled me to continue on with the setup, the no rack tom setup, because it was awesome. Now the dual hi-hats and leading with the left foot on the slave pedal of the bass drum came about summer of 2005. I joined this pop rock band, and I was replacing a drummer who had already tracked the drums for their EP release. And the parts were really simple, and I figured, heck, I could play these on a left-handed kit, because I was developing more of an interest in quick double bass, spurts, patterns, long runs, etc. To give my left foot a fighting chance to catch up to my right, I just need to use it. So around this time, Thomas Lang was demolishing the drum community with his Creative Control DVD. I noticed the legless hi-hat stand that he had attached to his bass drum. So I figured I could use that, to play my right hand on the hi-hat and play my left foot on the bass drum. It started out as a really mechanical decision. I just wanted to stress the left foot. I had 13-inch hi-hats on both sides. I didn't really pay any mind to the pitch of my cymbals or anything like that. And then in 2006, my interest in Mike Mangini's playing was flourishing, to say the least. And I noticed how he used his facility to play his unique drum set. And his drum set is open stance, is what he calls it. It's comprised of 2 crisscrossing cable hi-hats. The left pedal activates the right hi-hat, right pedal activates the left. And his toms descend like this. It doesn't go one way or the other. So basically the whole concept is if you split the kit in half, it's a left-handed kit and a right-handed kit in one. Then I began making a conscious effort to play more musically, more melodically. I got a pair of 14-inch hi-hats and positioned them on the left. And so now, my low-pitch cymbals are on my left side, my high-pitched are on my right. If I encountered a fast staccato guitar riff, I could complement it on the 13-inch hats. Or if there was a big, loud power chord riff, I could ride on the open 14-inch hats. Or I can employ other cymbals. But the point is I had developed the facility to be able to lead with any limb. if I hadn't, and I was still interested, in playing in that fashion, I would have to have all my cymbals on the right, and then I would just have some accent cymbals on the left. So this is really what was just happening on stage. In the practice room, all kinds of other stuff was happening. I tried my hand, or foot, at cable hi-hats as well. At first I just played really simple pop music, and I was leading with the left foot. I was also playing a left-handed drum setup. Like I said, just in the practice room. I had it set up for, I don't know, 8 or 10 months. Went through all my favorite books. And there was also a point where I didn't want my home setup to mirror my gigging setup. I got tired of the no rack toms in the front and got all freaked out and went and bought a whole new drum set. And it was around this time where I also had another cable hi-hat. I had two. I made those first 3 early videos, did Jay-Z play along, Drums 101, Groovin' Grooves. And, one by one I just started stripping away more and more stuff, and I just kept coming back to the no rack toms, so I think it's here to stay. Oh, and I did try gigging with the cable hi-hats once, and it was an absolute nightmare. Just didn't have enough time to position everything. And in the end, I far prefer the feel of regular hi-hat stand. Just feels more direct, natural. In summation, if I had to provide 2 words to describe how I arrived at my setup, how it came to be, I would say necessity and interest. And if you want to call it something other than that weird drum setup, you could call it a minimalist quasi-open stance setup. But you can just continue calling it the weird drum setup, I don't care. And to commemorate my setup, I've printed up some t-shirts. Now, some of you may be thinking, wow, Travis, you have the audacity to print up t-shirts of your own drum setup. Well, I just don't think there are many or any cool drum shirts out there. Shirts with brand names on them are different. Presuming you like the products, it's a cool thing. I know that if there was a shirt with, Mike Mangini's open stance kit, or Virgil Donati's kit with the flying toms, or, Dennis Chambers with the 3 up, 3 down, I'd be all over it. So anyway, it's the shirt, the design is a top-down view of my setup, the core of my setup. It's the 4 drums and the 2 hi-hats in a blueprint-esque form. Here, check it out. Yeah, pretty cool. And I had this idea, and it was brought to life very graciously by Mr. Hayato Imanishi from Cyclamen, and thank him very much. And the design is printed on American Apparel t-shirts. I didn't skimp, but I didn't print many up because I have no idea how well it's going to do. I'm going to set up a big cartel store, so you can go there and pay via PayPal or money order. Thank you in advance to anyone that purchases a shirt. And also thank you to all of my subscribers, present and future. Anyone that leaves a positive comment, it's extremely appreciated. Even if you don't like my playing, the fact that you take time out of your day to view a clip means a lot. And I had a pretty cool idea. Since the purpose of this video basically is to address a big question, maybe I could do some more in the future. So if you have a really burning question, write it in the comments section. And if you happen upon this video and you have the same question or similar, give the comment a thumbs up and it'll move to the top, highest rated comments or whatever. And then maybe I can do a video addressing like 4 or 5 of them. I've already answered quite a few in the comments sections of the videos. The black snare drum head is a Remo Black X. It's not a Black Suede Emperor. If you want to see what happens to a Black Suede Emperor after one Sky's Airplane set, just check out my Twitter account. The snare drum that I commonly use in my videos is a 6.5x14 Pearl reference brass. I play Pearl Demon Drive pedals, and the Chinese cymbal that I utilized before my TRX endorsement was a 19-inch Sabian AA Extreme. So I think that's everything. I have a lot of stuff in the works. Stay tuned.